Welcome back to Watchmen. I love how it's always a different title screen right there. That's cool. The hell is that?
Begin speaking at any time. Dr. Manhattan is listening.
Is he though?
Hey,
He said he didn't care
me
about
again.
humanity.
there's a brick left over.
Who is this character?
One single brick.
What the fuck is going on? Oh shit, it's Batman. Okay, this dude like actually looks exactly like Batman. I'm sure that was done on purpose.
Otherwise, you wouldn't walk right into their trap, right?
That's a dirty trick. Jesus Christ. She did not hesitate. She was like, "You gonna run? Alright, you're dead." I guess she didn't kill him, but seemed like she tried to. She was killed by space junk.
Hey, Devo.
Maybe I just have a dirty mind, but that immediately makes me think of like Dr. Manhattan and Silk Spectre.
Senator Kane.
Agent Blake.
This guy.
You're quite welcome.
This isn't Lori, is it? I don't know. She didn't go by Blake though, did she? Maybe I'm just thinking of the wrong person. Holy shit. Okay, I think this is
What's his name?
Silk Spectre.
Who?
I mean, the
What's
owl
his name?
kind of
Ask
gives it
him
away
yourself.
for me. Maybe I'm wrong. But if she's going by the
Can you
last
get
name
someone
Blake,
to take care
that's
of him while you're
the
out of
comedian's last name.
Am I going out of town, Joe?
Masks save lives. My reputation.
Wow,
my
this
name
really
is
was
built on
ahead of
that.
its time.
Now those cops have kept.
Well, goddamn, it really is Silk Spectre.
Fucking Oklahoma.
And I guess that means Night Owl's in prison?
Him.
Alright, alright. Let's see what she plans on doing. That must be significant, probably in a later episode.
Sorry for not pretending that I don't know who you are because we're supposed to leave famous people alone.
I kind of
And
like
before
that
I
he
was
said that.
recruited
He's
by
like,
the
you know,
FBI
forgive me
to
for not
run the
pretending like I
slide
don't know that you're
detector.
famous.
I had a PhD in history.
And everybody was so afraid of it, they stopped being afraid of each other. Okay, says God.
And that didn't work for very long.
God snaps his fingers. The hero goes to hell.
I'm really liking how they're cutting between this joke she's telling and the rest of the episode. It's pretty cool. And so she's named
Maybe it's
Night
still
Owl
a
and
long way.
Ozymandias as two heroes that go
Yeah.
to hell. So who's the third one
Is
going
that
to
what your
be?
PhD in history tells you?
These people came into my place of business and they just grabbed me. They didn't read me my rights.
Okay, sorry, I was just kidding. I don't care. I'm looking for someone named Looking Glass.
I'm really curious as to what brought on this change for Lori. Like, I guess everything that happened with Ozymandias and Dr. Manhattan just completely changed her view on vigilantes and how the world works. Cops sure are not fucking around with the suspected 7th Cavalry.
So it's a racist detector.
That's an oversimplification.
I mean, it's basically
so I'm
what it
guessing
is.
all these blind...
May I have the control back, please?
It's a clever little bit of dialogue right there. Seems like Lori is always in control of like the conversations
help you, Agent
she's
Blake?
having with people. She really likes making people feel uncomfortable.
Okay,
It's kind of entertaining to watch.
we're down to the nitty-gritty now. And he likes to stroll around with his dick hanging out.
So now she's talking about Dr. Manhattan.
Teleport. You know how you can tell the difference between a masked cop and a vigilante?
No.
Me neither.
Ooh, that was maybe my
Yeah.
favorite line of the show so
My
far.
deepest condolences.
We were lucky.
Oh fuck.
We knew
What's he gonna
we may
do?
not always be lucky. And
I'm getting really nervous. Oh shit, okay. I still get the feeling it would be a good thing if this. Jesus Christ! Damn. She takes no prisoners. Oh, I guess he was not lying about that then. Smart. Well, they that kind of sucks for Judd, but it's a smart idea. Jesus. What is his deal? I'm more convinced than ever that this is Ozymandias, after what the FBI agent said about him going, like, incognito. I'm so worried for this clone right now. What did he do to him exactly? Did he, like, send him to fucking space? What the hell? Who the fuck is that?
Master,
Is he like a
there's a
prisoner
letter.
on this estate or something?
From the game warden. If behavior continues, you will face grave consequences.
So he is being held captive here?
He's underscored consequences.
To the typewriter, Crookshanks.
Am I forgetting a character from the comic named the Game Warden? Because I don't remember anyone like that.
Adrian.
Oh, fuck!
What do you think, Mr.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Oh shit, he's all uniformed up and everything. That's pretty dope. And points for going with a pretty classic design there.
I'm only standing here.
So can I get that autograph now?
That was almost funny, Petey.
Come on, that was.
You drink any of that yet?
I feel like these two are the epitome of
How are your children?
that, like, you know, unstoppable force meets
Safe.
impenetrable wall kind of thing.
What kind of vehicle?
I'm sorry, did I say vehicle? No. No, it was a wheelchair. I mean, I get how you guys missed it.
Uh-oh.
You know, he was your chief, he was your friend. They found a secret compartment in his closet, so, you know, I always check. Once in a while, pans out.
Judd's a little different
What was
from
in
the
it?
comedian.
But here's the thing about me, Sister Knight.
Oh shit.
I eat good guys for breakfast.
Damn. Yes! Dude, I love Angela. She is so fucking cool. Oh, that's a really cool shot right there. Come on, what's in the
It's
suitcase?
not a hero, it's just a woman. Oh, I was standing behind those other guys the
Uh-oh.
whole time. You just didn't see me.
I wasn't expecting that.
And where does God go when he dies? He goes to hell. Roll on snare drum.
I'm
Curtains.
really trying to figure out what the story means. Like,
Good
what's the
joke.
significance?
Even though you've been living on another fucking planet for 30 years.
Oh, this is actually really sad. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that Dr. Manhattan gave up caring about everyone and everything was one of the things that frustrated me the most about the Watchmen comic. Because, like, I understand when you get to his level of being, how could you care about anything? But it's like heartbreaking, honestly, that he can't be human in any way. Oh my god! Well, there's the brick. Shit. Wait, hold up. Is that supposed to be like Mars right there? Or is that the ship that took the car away? How does Dr. Manhattan, like, tie into all this? Now I'm thinking he's gonna be, like, way more important than I expected. What the fuck? That was another great episode, but damn, what the hell? So I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this episode confused me quite a bit. I didn't think that Silk Spectre would be, like, returning as a main character. But I suppose I can't really call her that because she's very against vigilantes in general, and is just working with the FBI. And she seems like such a different person after all this time, and I wonder if it really was the events of the comics that has made her this way, or if something else has happened afterwards in those 30 years. And I'm still trying to figure out what the joke really meant. Like, on one hand, I suppose God could just be a stand-in for Dr. Manhattan himself, because It didn't matter what answers the heroes gave him or anything. It was simply meaningless, essentially, and he would just give them all the same fate no matter what, which is a very Dr. Manhattan kind of ideology. But the fact that she included him in the joke as well makes me wonder if that's the case or not. It seemed to me that it was pretty clear that the girl in the joke was supposed to be her, throwing the brick up and killing God. And it might just be a misdirect, but it really did seem like Dr. Manhattan was the one who nearly dropped the car on her in response to what she said to him. Either way, this episode made it pretty apparent to me that Dr. Manhattan will be a major part of this story somehow, some way. I would try and figure it out, but I just don't know. They put quite a bit of emphasis on the senator of Oklahoma. I already forget his name, sorry. But from the moment he showed up, I'm like, no, I don't like this guy. He seems like the kind of politician and person who is pretending to be a social justice warrior, and he's for the people, when in reality that's just what he wants people to hear. And I definitely don't think the 7th Cavalry will be the surprise heroes of the story, but it does seem like they might be right in wanting him dead. There's still a lot to consider when it comes to him. They haven't really given us much, but they've shown him a lot, which again makes me think this guy is bad news. Her conversation with Looking Glass was very interesting because, again, I don't know whether I should trust him or not. There's something about him that also kind of rubs me the wrong way. I just get the feeling that he's in on whatever it was Judd was a part of, which again, I'm not sure if it's the actual KKK in the 7th Cavalry or anything. I feel like that could also be a slight misdirect, but maybe that really was what was going on there. But Looking Glass seems to know more than he's telling any character, and we see him, again, very rarely. He's prominent in a lot of the episodes, but we don't really get to see him do a whole lot, which just makes my suspicions all the more intense. And I really like how the episode built up the eventual meeting of Angela and Laurie, because they're two incredibly strong-willed and formidable people who at this moment are not on the same side. And seeing Laurie try to intimidate Angela, and then Angela basically just shrugging it off like, bitch, you don't scare me. That was great. That was definitely my favorite scene of the episode, was when they had their conversation in front of the hole that the 7th Cavalry member dug up. And I'm wondering if Angela is gonna be willing to see the truth when it comes to Judd, if there is a dark truth there. Because during the funeral, it seems very apparent she's not faking it. She's really upset that he's gone, and she really trusted him, which could end up being very bad for her, because if she trusted him with her life and he does end up being a truly bad person, then that's gonna destroy her. And I spoke about it for a moment in the episode, but my favorite line of the show so far is when Laurie asks her, how do you tell the difference between a cop and a vigilante nowadays? And she's like, I don't know. And she's like, yeah, me neither. That was great. Kind of drives home what I was thinking about the cops, the fact that they have their faces concealed. It's not only about their protection, but it is also about accountability. You can't hold people accountable when you don't know who they are. And I thought that was a great way to explain that. And I'm so fucking happy that I was right, and that was Adrian Veidt the whole time out there on that estate. And I was pretty shocked to find out that he's being held captive there against his will, which sort of explains all the strange things he's doing. For one, he's definitely losing his mind a little bit, and two, he's trying to plan an escape, and I don't know how he plans on doing it, but based off of what I think he did to one of his clones is to escape by air somehow. I don't really know how, but I don't imagine we're gonna have to wait too much longer to figure that out. And hopefully we figure out who the game warden is, because who the fuck is that guy keeping Ozymandias there, and why? As you all told me, It's still very confusing for the most part. There's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that are missing or out of place right now, so I'm not getting a full picture here, but I'm enjoying it more and more as it goes along. I could definitely see why there might be some people out there who wouldn't watch it past the second or third episode just because they're not getting the answers they want fast enough, and it's a very slow build to whatever the major conflict is going to be. But for me, it's just making my interest in the show grow more and more. Like, I have to keep watching. I have to figure out what is going on here. Like, what is the motivations of certain people? What is the real conflict going on? What's the importance of Dr. Manhattan gonna be? The importance of Ozymandias? Like, I'm super into it. I'm really into it. Cinematography was great in this episode. I said it during the episode, but I think my favorite shot was definitely where you can see Laurie through the goggles that Angela was wearing. I thought that was fantastic. I love the way they frame a lot of the shots in this episode. There's also a lot of very uncomfortable close-ups in this episode where it gets really centered on the character's face. And normally those are saved for like highly emotional moments or really trying to show you the mental state of the character, but in this one it felt like it was more, again, to make the audience feel uncomfortable with how close you are to the character, which I thought was great. The music and score was, again, fantastic. I love the way they would cut away from the music in very jarring ways, like when she snapped her fingers telling the story about God.
God snaps his fingers.
Acting wise, I gotta give this episode to Jean Smart. She was so fucking good as Laurie. Like, she definitely captured the really cold, cynical nature of the character, and it all seems to be masking a lot of pain that she feels for what's been done to her and what's happened to the people that she loves. And the editing and pacing of this episode is a little difficult because story-wise it was pretty slow. There wasn't a whole lot of developments that were made, but the actual editing of the episode was pretty fast-paced, going between her conversation with Dr. Manhattan and her investigation and meeting Angela. So it's kind of both fast and slow in my opinion. Either way, I thought it was great. And overall, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I'm waiting for the episode that slightly disappoints me, and I have to drop it down to an 8, and God forbid, like a 7, but so far, it's just so phenomenal in terms of its storytelling, its acting, its world building. Painfully slow in terms of its revelations, but that's actually one reason I really like it. Sometimes I think shows take the audience for granted, really, and they think if they don't throw out enough answers quickly enough, people just aren't going to care and they're going to tune out, and that sometimes is true. But I really like the slow burn that's going on right now. I think it's a great way to build tension and create a really enticing mystery. So yeah, the show is still just blowing me away. And with the way this episode ended, I have zero clue as to what's going to happen in the next one. I feel like we're going to start following Angela and Laurie a little bit more equally, because this episode was definitely like all about Laurie. So I'm excited to see. And that is about it. In this story. Jesus Christ. Well, I think he's dead. I hope we figure out in this episode